this video, that means you or your loved ones have been advised home quarantine by the treating doctor. As per the advisory given by the Ministry of Health, Government of India, patients with mild symptoms can be managed at home by giving proper symptomatic treatment and also uptaking proper care. As we know, around 80 to 85% of the people with COVID-19 infections can be managed at home symptomatically, and you can get better in a few days or in a few weeks. So your doctor might have prescribed proper medications, he would have taken care of your proper treatment. Here we are mentioning some tips for early recovery when you are at home isolation. Please follow the video. Here I am giving you a few tips how you can manage yourself at home when you are affected with COVID. Even though rest is advised in viral infections, it is helpful to maintain the routine activities. Get up early in the morning in your usual time and then take a bath once or twice a day. Third thing is you have to maintain a level of activity. That is, walk in and around the room for 10 to 15 minutes 3 to 4 times a day. If you do walking, your mood will elevate. Second thing is it will refresh yourself. And third one is it will prevent the formation of blood clots in the lower limbs, so that it helps in maintaining the proper circulation. Next thing in home isolation is proper diet. The food should be palatable, easily digestible and absorbable. So it should give adequate nutrition to the body. You have to maintain adequate hydration by drinking plenty of water. You have to consume at least 3 to 4 liters of water a day. Water means just not water, it can be any liquids. It can be a juice made up of fresh fruits, or it can be a tea, coffee, or any other beverages, and also milk. Adding a pinch of turmeric and pepper to your water or milk will enhance your or boost your immunity. The diet should contain adequate amount of cereals, proteins, and also fruits. The fruits should be rich in vitamin C, that is the citrus fruits, and also you can consume lot of seasonal fruits. Consume 1 or 2 eggs a day and also sprouted grams. You can also consume immune boosting food like turmeric, ginger, giloy, etc. This will enhance your immunity and also it will refresh your mood. The main organ which is affected in COVID is the lung. That is the organ which takes the highest brunt in this disease. So we have to safeguard the lung and help its speedy recovery. The first thing to do is to lie down on your tummy or the chest. Lie down on your tummy or chest at least 1 or 2 hours after food. Don't lie down on your tummy immediately. That will prevent regurgitation of the food. If you lie down on your tummy, what it does is it will open up the lungs which are present in the back of your chest, so that the more of the lungs are available for breathing and for oxygen exchange. The second thing to do is you have to do some deep breathing exercises, the procedure of which has mentioned in the description of this video. You can follow the deep breathing exercises, how to do it. And you can also use a device called as incentive spirometry to boost up your lung capacity. So by doing inhalation and exhalation exercises on this incentive spirometry, you can enhance your lung capacity and also air exchange between the lungs and the blood, so that you won't feel the brunt of the disease. You can also use birthday balloons to blow through it, and blowing through it will increase your exhalation time and also provide time for your gases exchange. Next thing to practice is pursely breathing, that is to breathing through the nose, hold your breath for some time and release the air in a whistling fashion like this. By doing this, you will be increase your lung capacity and also exhaling time is increased, so that proper gaseous exchange takes place between your lungs and the blood. Next thing is you might suffer from sore throat or itchy throat or irritation in the throat because of COVID. To relieve this, we can gargle 3 times a day, either by using warm saline water or warm salt water, or you can use a betadine solution. You can also use betadine solution by diluting it, or there are solutions which are available in the market which need no dilution. By doing gargling with betadine and warm salt water, you are going to reduce the viral load in your throat secretions. The betadine has antiviral properties which kills the virus and prevents the virus from coming out from your secretions. For doing betadine gargling, dilute this betadine solution in 3 equal volumes of water, that is 10 ml of betadine solution and 30 ml of water, and gargle it for full 1 minute by keeping a watch on time, and then spit out the solution. Do not have food or water for another 15 minutes and allow the betadine to act. The betadine will soothe your throat and also will bring down the inflammation, and also it's a very good antiseptic, and also it will kill the virus. The next thing in COVID is mental health. When you are isolated alone, you might get lot of negative thoughts. You have to try to get out of these negative thoughts. Always maintain a positive thought. Watch YouTube videos which contain lot of positive reinforcement, and avoid watching television which contains negative news. And then as soon as you get up from the bed, practice some pranayama techniques and also do a meditation for minimum of 10 to 15 minutes daily. This will help in soothing you and also gives a mental relief. In your free time, just read good books, listen to music and watch motivational videos on YouTube, and if time permits, call your friends and family over the voicemail or a video call. This will just bring down the stress level, and please don't panic when you are affected with COVID. Panic is the most important thing which should not happen. It's the worst thing to happen to any person when you are suffering from COVID. Good mental health is very important for a speedy recovery from COVID-19 infection. When you are isolated at home, you need 3 equipments to monitor your health. The first one is pulse oximeter, the second one is the thermometer, third one is the BP apparatus. The pulse oximeter is a very small device which are put on your fingertips to measure the saturation levels. Your body temperature can be measured either by a conventional thermometer or an infrared thermometer. The third device which you should have is a BP apparatus. Monitor your symptoms at least 3 to 4 times a day, and then your vitals, that is the pulse rate, the oxygen saturation, blood pressure and temperature, and note it down in a notebook at least 3 to 4 times a day. This will be helpful for your nurses or the doctor who is monitoring you during home isolation, and it will help him or her in deciding the next course of action, whether you require hospitalization or you can be continued at home isolation. Here I want to elaborate a little bit on pulse oximeter device. Pulse oximeter is a very small device which is put on your fingers to measure the oxygen saturation or oxygen level in your blood. So there are few precautions which you should take. The nails on which you put should not be painted. There should not be any nail paint or nail polish. The nail should not be broken, or there should not be any stain on your nails. So take a pulse oximeter which fits exactly on your finger. So the small finger doesn't fit the pulse oximeter well, so we choose a finger accordingly. So take the pulse oximeter, switch on the device. So as soon as you switch on, you can see the reading starts coming. So here you can see the pulse oximeter reading is showing the saturation of 98% and a heart rate of 104 beats per minute. And wait for a few seconds, at least 30 seconds, till a complete wave is formed. You can see this is the wave pattern. The red one is a wave pattern. There should be a proper wave and complete wave. Then only your recording is perfect. If the waveform is not formed, that means your recordings are imperfect and there can be a variation. You can use a pulse oximeter in another way. You can do a 6-minute walk test. As soon as you get up in the morning, walk for 6 minutes in your own pace. Then take the pulse oximeter, put the pulse oximeter and see the readings. If your saturation is below 92%, that is when you should seek medical help. So if the saturation is well above 92%, even after walking for 6 minutes, it's of no concern. You can continue your home isolation. And there are a few warning signs which you should be very careful about when you are isolated at home. That is, if the saturation is below 95% at rest, If you have a fever, that is high grade fever for more than 3 days, if you have if you are feeling very tired, or you can't eat properly, or you have severe abdominal pain, confusion state, etc. And then if your BP is less than 80 systolic, or when you have a very high heart rate, that is more than 110 beats per minute, or when you have blood in sputum, that is when you spit out blood in your cough. There are few things which you should not do when you are isolated at home. Do not venture out of your room or home unless you are going for a medical help. Don't end the home isolation without the advice of your doctor. Third one, don't allow anyone to enter your room, and don't stay in your room without a mask. Next, don't allow anyone to touch your things, and your utensils and plates has to be washed by yourself or someone else who is wearing a proper mask and a glove. I hope this video will help you in maintaining proper health during home isolation, and I also wish you a speedy recovery in your home isolation.